bottle of superfood or a secret trip to the ER? We're peeling back the health guru hype today, and you might want to clutch your blender.
Please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Check the description for trusted sponsors and ways to support the show.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Wellness Lab Digest. It's great to be here in the lab with my favorite co-host, Hayes.
And it's great to be here, Vince. You know, I was just thinking about something that probably plagues all of us, and it's a bit of a tricky one, but so important for our well-being and even our wallets. We're talking about food, but not just cooking it. We're talking about a food that's everywhere, an ancient powerhouse, yet people are making a dangerous mistake with it every single day.
The silent killer of both our grocery budgets and the environment, and now apparently the one thing we thought was totally harmless. You're talking about the star of every wellness bowl and the reason for every chunky-looking drink on social media, chia seeds.
Exactly. The tiny, unassuming superfood that is causing a lot of unexpected chaos. You've seen them everywhere, right? That chia seed pudding that looks so perfect on your feed. They are the ultimate nutritional powerhouse, a secret weapon for amazing health, or so we've been told. But what if I told you that innocent-looking pudding, or worse, those dry seeds you toss in your water, could be a hidden health hazard?
Wait, what? A hidden hazard? I thought these things were basically the perfect food. They were a staple for ancient Aztec and Mayan warriors, who prized them for giving sustained energy. I mean, modern science backs up a lot of the hype, right?
Oh, absolutely. Let's be fair. The hype is founded on real nutrition. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds pack a punch. We're talking nearly 10 grams of fiber, a good amount of plant-based protein, and a ton of minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. They're famous for being loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, which is awesome for your heart and brain.
I remember hearing they can help with everything from weight management, because they make you feel full, to building stronger bones and a healthier heart. They look great on paper, and they're so versatile because they don't taste like much, so they blend into almost anything. We've all been led to believe that just adding more chia to our diet is a win.
But, and this is a big, dramatic pause, but that's only if you're eating them correctly. The way most people are just casually tossing them into food and drinks is setting them up for a bunch of problems that aren't just uncomfortable, but in some cases can be genuinely dangerous. The line between a superfood and a health hazard is surprisingly thin, and it all comes down to how you prepare them.
Okay, you've got my attention. Let's start with the one that's probably most common and embarrassing. The digestive issues. I've heard people complain that they eat a chia-filled meal, thinking they're doing something great for their gut. But a few hours later, they're dealing with painful bloating, gas, and a stomach that feels like a lead balloon.
That's danger number 1, and it's a big one: severe digestive distress. The hero ingredient in chia seeds, fiber, is also the villain here. A single ounce, which is only about 2.5 tablespoons, has a whopping 9 to 11 grams of fiber. That's nearly 40% of the daily recommendation for women in one tiny serving.
Wow, that is a fiber bomb.
It is. And while fiber is fantastic, dumping that much into your system at once can send it into shock, especially if you're not used to a high-fiber diet. It creates a traffic jam in your intestines, leading to pain, cramping, bloating, and gas.
And it gets confusing because for some people, it leads to diarrhea as their gut tries to flush it all out. For others, it causes the complete opposite, serious constipation.
This happens because of the unique fiber in chia seeds. The vast majority of it, somewhere between 85% and 93%, is insoluble fiber. This type doesn't dissolve in water. It just barrels through your intestines like a broom.
And here is the absolute critical part that everyone needs to understand. Chia seeds are hydrophilic, which is a fancy way of saying they are obsessed with water. They can absorb up to 12 times their weight in liquid.
If you eat a bunch of dry chia seeds without drinking enough water, they will literally pull water from the tissues in your digestive tract. Instead of creating a soft stool that moves easily, you end up with a dense, sludgy mass that can clog up your system.
That sounds terrible. It can lead to painful constipation and, in rare but serious cases, a bowel obstruction, which is a medical emergency.
It's a real risk, Vince, and it's even higher for anyone with existing digestive issues like IBS, Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis. For them, the high insoluble fiber in dry chia seeds can feel like sandpaper on an already inflamed and sensitive gut, making symptoms like pain and diarrhea much worse. That healthy chia pudding, if not prepared correctly, could be the very thing triggering the chaos you're trying to avoid.
Okay, that's just uncomfortable. But now you're going to tell me the most shocking danger, the one that sounds like a bad movie plot, the choking hazard.
It is a documented medical fact. This is danger number 2, the risk of an esophageal blockage. It all goes back to that water-absorbing superpower, which can turn against you in a terrifying way.
Remember how they absorb all that liquid? They don't wait until they get to your stomach to start. If you eat chia seeds dry and then chase them with a drink, they can start to expand right there in your esophagus.
Imagine swallowing a spoonful of tiny dry sponges and then drinking a glass of water. They would instantly swell up and form a thick, gelatinous plug. That is exactly what can happen with chia seeds. They go from tiny, hard seeds to a dense, semi-solid mass that can get stuck.
There's a very well-known case study about a 39-year-old man who learned this the hard way. He swallowed 1 tablespoon of dry chia seeds and followed it with a glass of water. Almost immediately, he couldn't swallow anything, not even his own saliva.
He ended up in the emergency room, where doctors found a thick gel of expanded chia seeds completely blocking his esophagus. The mass was so dense that their normal tools couldn't break it up. The doctor described its consistency as being like Play-Doh. They had to use a tiny scope, the kind made for babies, to painstakingly chip away at the chia gel until the blockage was cleared.
A health food that can be described as Play-Doh blocking your throat. That's a powerful image. The case report ended with a stark warning that people with any history of swallowing problems, known as dysphagia, should be told to avoid dry chia seeds. But the risk is real even for people without swallowing issues. It's a scary thought that a health food could send you to the ER, all because of a simple misunderstanding of how to eat it.
The third danger, and one of the most overlooked, is a critical one because it affects people on life-saving prescriptions, medication interactions. Since chia seeds are sold as a natural food, most people would never think to ask their doctor about them. But the powerful compounds in these seeds can interfere with drugs you rely on, leading to some dangerous situations.
The first big concern is for anyone on medication, for blood pressure or blood sugar. Chia seeds are known to naturally lower both. Their fiber slows down sugar absorption, which helps stabilize blood glucose, and their omega-3s can lower blood pressure.
If you're not on medication, these are great perks. But if you're already taking drugs for diabetes or hypertension, you're essentially creating a double dose effect. Combining chia seeds with insulin, for example, can cause your blood sugar to drop too low, a condition called hypoglycemia, which can lead to dizziness, shakiness, and even fainting.
And on the flip side, if you're on blood pressure meds, adding chia to your diet could cause your pressure to dip to unsafe levels, leading to fatigue and blurred vision. Your carefully managed medication dose could be thrown off by your breakfast.
The second serious interaction is with blood thinners, like warfarin or even a daily aspirin. The omega-3s in chia have natural anti-clotting properties. Again, normally a good thing, but it becomes risky when combined with drugs designed to do the same thing. The combined effect can thin your blood too much, which dramatically increases your risk of uncontrolled bleeding and bruising.
A small cut could become a big problem, and the fiber can also potentially slow down how your body absorbs these medications, making their blood levels unpredictable. If you are on any of these life-saving drugs, you absolutely must talk to your doctor before making chia seeds a regular thing.
And we need to talk about allergies. Danger number 4, unexpected allergic reactions. While it's not as common as a peanut allergy, chia seed allergies are real, and as they've gotten more popular, we're seeing more cases.
That's a good point. Because they're still pretty new to the mainstream diet, most people don't even consider them a potential allergen, which makes it hard to figure out what's causing the problem.
A chia seed allergy can show up in a few different ways. You might get skin reactions like hives, eczema, or itching. Some people have reported getting dry, itchy patches on their hands after eating them. Others might get an itchy or tingly feeling in their mouth or throat.
And of course, digestive issues are common, like nausea, vomiting, cramps, and diarrhea. In more serious cases, people can have trouble breathing with sneezing, coughing, or wheezing. The most severe reaction, though rare, is anaphylaxis. This is a medical emergency that can cause your throat to swell, your blood pressure to drop suddenly, and make it impossible to breathe.
What makes this even trickier is something called cross-reactivity. Chia seeds are actually in the mint family, so if you're already allergic to things like mustard seed or sesame, you might be more likely to react to chia. The proteins can look similar enough that your immune system gets confused and attacks. If you have any known seed or nut allergies, be extra careful when trying chia for the first time. If you notice any of these symptoms, from a little itch to stomach upset, stop eating them and talk to a doctor or an allergist.
This leads us to danger number 5, which is really an umbrella for all the others, ignoring your unique health profile. The idea of a superfood that works for everyone is a total myth, and chia seeds are the perfect example. A food that's great for one person could be a disaster for another, all based on their unique health situation.
We've touched on this, but it's so important it needs to be said again. If you have a history of digestive problems, you need to be extremely careful with chia seeds. For people with IBS, that massive fiber load can be a huge trigger. If you have diverticulosis, a big sudden dose of fiber could cause serious discomfort. And for those with inflammatory bowel diseases like Crohn's, the insoluble fiber can be really aggravating.
And that choking risk isn't just a random possibility, it's a critical warning for certain people. Anyone who already has trouble swallowing, again, that condition called dysphagia, is at a much higher risk. This includes many elderly people, stroke survivors, or anyone with certain neurological disorders. For them, the rapid swelling of chia seeds in the esophagus isn't just a risk, it's a clear and present danger.
Even your mineral balance can be affected. Chia seeds contain things called anti-nutrients, like phytic acid.
Anti-nutrients? That sounds like something from a comic book.
Right? But what they do is very real. They can bind to minerals like zinc and iron and reduce how much your body absorbs. For most people eating a balanced diet, this isn't a big deal. But if you rely heavily on plants for your minerals, like many vegans and vegetarians do, or if you're already low on iron or zinc, eating huge amounts of unsoaked chia seeds could potentially interfere with your nutrient levels over time.
The main point is this: you can't just treat chia seeds like a universally safe health supplement. You have to think about your own medical history. What works for a health influencer on Instagram might not work for you.
So, after hearing all of that, you might be thinking about tossing your chia seeds right in the trash. But the goal here isn't to demonize them, it's to understand them. Chia seeds can absolutely be part of a healthy diet, but only if you respect their power and prepare them the right way.
The good news is the solution is incredibly simple, but it's non-negotiable. The simple step you need to make them safe is this: you must soak them.
Soaking is the one step that neutralizes the choking hazard and helps with the digestive issues. Never eat dry chia seeds. It's just not worth the risk.
The process is easy. A good rule of thumb is a 1-to-10 ratio, 1 part chia seeds to 10 parts liquid. So, for 2 tablespoons of seeds, use about a cup of water, milk, or juice. Stir them well. Let them sit for at least 10 minutes, but ideally for a few hours or overnight in the fridge.
You'll see them transform into that familiar gel. That pre-expansion is exactly what you want. It means they're already hydrated and won't swell up in your throat or steal water from your gut.
Second, moderation is everything. Just because something is healthy doesn't mean more is better. Given the wild amount of fiber, you have to start low and go slow.
If you're new to chia, start with just 1 teaspoon a day and see how your body feels. If that goes well, you can slowly work your way up to 1 or 2 tablespoons a day, which is a safe and effective dose for most people.
Third, stay hydrated. This is a big deal anytime you up your fiber intake, but it's especially true with chia. Since they hold so much water, you need to be sure you're drinking enough extra water throughout the day to help that fiber do its job properly.
And finally, if you are on any of those medications we talked about, for blood pressure, diabetes, or blood thinners, or if you have any of the health conditions mentioned, you have to talk to your doctor before adding chia seeds to your diet. A quick conversation can prevent a dangerous interaction.
By following these 4 simple steps, soak them, start small, stay hydrated, and talk to your doctor, you can safely get all the benefits of chia seeds without falling for their hidden dangers. But even when you're meticulously following all the rules, soaking, starting slow, hydrating, sometimes you need to support your body's overall engine, not just worry about one ingredient. You need to make sure your body has the raw ability to repair and renew itself, day in and day out.
That's the problem a lot of people face as they get older or when they're just running on empty. The body's incredible ability to renew and repair is tied to something you probably don't think about: your circulating stem cells. On average, you have about 12 million of these master cells in your system at any given time. But why not give that renewal process a boost?
That's why we're proud to be sponsored by Stem Active, the premium stem cell activator. It's a stem cell supplement containing powerful, clinically backed ingredients designed to increase the number of stem cells circulating in your body.
Look at the science. The key ingredient, Madagascan aloe macroclada, has been clinically shown to produce an average increase of 40% to 60% in circulating stem cells. That's roughly 5 million more master cells getting sent out to repair and renew your tissues. Another ingredient, Tibetan sea buckthorn extract, can increase them by 33% alone.
Stem Active is more than just those 2 powerhouses. It also includes Klamath blue-green algae, known to improve the number of circulating stem cells, and L-theanine for improved mental focus. Plus, you get coffee bean extract packed with antioxidants. It's a vegan, natural, gluten-free, dairy-free, and nut-free product. The best part? It's proudly made in the USA.
To give your body's natural repair process a massive head start, find all the details about Stem Active in the description below. Try Stem Active today, and with their money-back guarantee, there's absolutely no risk to give it a try. Scan the QR code on the screen now, or click the link in the description to get yours.
But let's shift back to the kitchen, because the core of wellness is what we put on our plates every day. Now that you know the risks and the solution, I want to hear from you.
Have you ever felt bloated or had other issues after eating chia seeds? Did you know about the choking risk or the medication interactions? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could seriously help someone else.
And if you found this information useful and want to keep busting health myths to get to the real truth, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And please, give this video a thumbs up to help get this important info out to more people.
So, while chia seeds are sold as this perfect, guilt-free superfood, they come with real risks if you don't handle them right. We've covered how their insane fiber content can shock your system, and we've exposed the very real choking hazard that has sent people to the emergency room. We also uncovered the critical drug interactions that are so often ignored. But the message isn't to be afraid of chia seeds. It's to be smart about them. The power of this seed is also its biggest risk, and that power needs to be respected. The solution is simple. Always soak them, start with a small amount, drink plenty of water, and be mindful of your own health.
Being healthy isn't about blindly following trends. It's about being an informed, empowered person on your own wellness journey. Now you have the knowledge to make chia seeds a safe part of your diet, not a hidden hazard.
Thanks for tuning in to the Wellness Lab Digest. If this episode inspired you, here are 3 quick ways to support the show. 1. Subscribe so you never miss fresh, body-loving wellness insights. 2. Share this episode with someone who needs it today. 3. Comment below and tell us what topics you'd love to hear next. Want to do even more? Check the description for ways to support the show. Stay curious, stay well, and we'll see you in the next episode.